we have new spy photos of the 2021 F-150. So we're going to talk about all the changes that we're going to see both inside and outside, as well as some of the changes that are not going to be made, possibly under the hood. So let's just jump right into the photos and get a good look at what we have for the exterior, which surprisingly is not as camouflage as I thought it would be. The grille and the headlights are wide open for us all to see, so it's pretty easy to see what changes they're going to bring to us. Now, the front end, it's kind of like a, how do I describe it? More of a refresh than a redesign, I think. There are some changes to it. Obviously, the headlights have slightly different design, as well as the grille. The truck's not super heavily camouflaged, so I mean, you can pretty much see what the finished product's going to be. The previous design had that rectangular bar that went across the grille and into the headlights. It made that little U-shaped indent on the inside of the headlights. They eliminated that this year. They shrunk down that rectangular bar and actually kept it inside the grille itself and just went with a flat edge on the inside of the headlight itself. Again, it's like minor changes here and there. It's nothing overwhelming. They moved the marker light. I like the new look because they didn't go really crazy with it the way Chevy did and just went with this really crazy off-the-wall design and this like really bold and in your face, but rather going with, like I said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, and just nip and tuck a little bit here and there. The taillights on the truck, though, I feel like we've seen them before back in 11, 12, 13, that generation F-150. So although the rest of the truck seems to be moving up in time, the taillights seem to be taking a step back. I'm not hating on it though, because I still think they look good. It still goes with the flow of the truck, and I've got no complaints about it. I just think it's a little funny that you see the same design back in 2011, 2012, something like that. But enough of that talk. Let's talk about the engine options you're going to get. Now, there's going to be 5 carryover engines going into the new 2021 F-150. All the EcoBoost engines are staying. The 2.7 to 3.5. You're getting those again. You're also going to get the 5-liter. You're going to get that. You're also going to get the 3-liter Power Stroke diesel. That's also going to stay. Now, turbos or V8s are not your thing. You're also still going to get the 3.3-liter naturally aspirated V6, but why would anybody want that one, right? I mean, you might as well get something with some power to it. If you're getting a V6, get the turbo at least. But yes, they do offer a 3-liter. Or a 3.3-liter naturally aspirated V6. It's not a horrible engine. It's just not a powerful engine. Now, I know for the longest time there were rumors of a 4.8-liter dual overhead cam V8, and that's not going to be the case. So if you were one that was hoping to get it or hoping to see what it would evolve into, we're not going to get that. And you know what? I'm okay with that. The 5-liter is staying. I love that engine. It's a tried and true engine. It's powerful. It's durable. I love it. So I'm glad that's staying. Again, no 4.8-liter V8. Now, there is one all-new engine option, and that is the plug-in hybrid. Now, this is going to have a little electric motor in between the 3.5-liter V6 twin-turbo EcoBoost and the 10-speed transmission. It doesn't specify it's going to be in any other engine option. All it does is specify the 3.5 twin turbo. Now, again, that's going to be a little motor sandwiched in between the engine and the transmission. It doesn't give any specs of horsepower. It doesn't give specs of range or anything else or what it's supposed to be accomplishing. I can only imagine that initial torque from that motor would help out with towing. Now, what else they had in mind for, I don't know if they were looking for better fuel economy or anything else, but that's just my initial thoughts on what it could help with. But this is going to be that stepping stone for them to test out their electric technology in moving forward with their all-electric F-150. Now let's take a look at some of these interior pictures I have here, because this is where all the changes are being made. Again, the outside was a little refreshed. This is where you're going to see the majority of all your changes. Now, the first photo you're going to see is of the infotainment center, HVAC controls of the center console area, and the massive, massive screen that's here. I'm not sure the exact size. I have read several different articles, and there's kind of conflicting information on whether this is a 12-inch screen, but there's also been an article or two I read that said it was a 15.5-inch screen. Now, regardless of whether it's 12 or 15.5, it's a really huge screen. Judging by some of the photos, I probably wouldn't be surprised if it were 15.5. But I'm not going to lay any solid concrete information on that because, like I said, I've gotten conflicting article reports. So I don't want to say for sure. I'll leave that up for your judgment. Moving down the center console, you have an all-new gear selector. Looks like it's extremely well padded, which, hey, I'm never going to argue with a padded shifter. The HVAC controls under that massive screen have a very nice layout. They're easy to use. You got nice dials for your volume control, your tuning controls on the radio. Very nice. I don't like seeing buttons being removed for those touchscreen buttons. I don't like the touchscreen buttons. But either way, you got the nice buttons there. They're large. You have the dual climate controls. All your climate control buttons are on one row at the top. All the buttons for your heated steering wheel, heated seats, cooled seats, things like that are on the bottom row. So it's easily laid out. It's easy to find and use. I like it. It's very user-friendly. Now, unfortunately, we have a bit of a fuzzy picture of the instrument cluster, but it is completely digital. It looks like you got the tach on the left, your speedometer on the right, water temp and oil pressure and everything else like that is all up top. Kind of hard to make out the fuzzy picture, but you know, it seems to have a really nice layout. I'm sitting here looking at a couple odds and ends around the climate control area. It looks like there's a trailer brake over to the left, and I'm not sure what the knob under is going to be. Possibly the one above it, though, could be the four-wheel drive knob. I'm not 100% sure because I can't make out the writing. On the right, you got lots of 12 volt, 120 volt outlets. Under it, inside the cubby, it looks like you've got a USB port, another plug for possibly a phone charger. I'm not 100% sure what that is. So overall, the 2021 F-150 looks like it is pretty well decked out with tons of technology, including a massive screen. So we're going to have to wait for all the ins and outs and details as the story develops, because right now we all know that there's nobody manufacturing cars right now. Instead, they're manufacturing ventilators, but that's a story for another time. So if you made it this far in the video, I'm going to give you a little bit of a treat. In addition to the F-150, the 2021 F-150 Raptor is getting a little bit of a change as well. Now they're actually converting from leaf spring to coil spring for 2021, so that should make for some pretty interesting changes. We don't have a lot of details about that. We also heard that they're possibly putting the GT500 engine in it, which I talked about in a previous video. So once all those little puzzle pieces are put together and we have some final information, I will make another video on that one. But as of right now, that's all I've got. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell notification. Don't forget to drop a like on the video, and I'll catch you next time.